So this is 3 keys to achieving and maintaining offensive pressure in Rocket League. Rule number 1, we've got to get the last man involved. The last man is not the goalie. In lower ranks, I think we get used to this big full field rotation where there's always kind of a guy back, like in the goal, and first and second man come up and apply offensive pressure, and we stay up and jack around until we get tired of it, or maybe we run out of boost and we come all the way back, or the opponent clears the ball pretty well over our heads and we have to come back into our half, and now our third man can get involved. Third man is only responsible for protecting the goal until we establish offensive pressure. When we get the ball down to the opponent's half, get it past midfield, third man needs to start coming up and getting involved in the play. Whether we're playing 2s or 3s, it takes all the players, all the teammates getting involved to apply offensive pressure. It's really easy for 3 guys to defend against 2 down here. It's tough to maintain pressure when we only have 2 options. When the third guy comes up, it allows us to cover more of the field and get touches keeping the ball in the opponent's half. Whereas if we just have 1 or 2 guys down here, there's a lot of holes for the defense to hit the ball through to get it moving back towards our half. So we need all 3 to get involved. And we need to get into a tighter rotation that keeps us up here in the opponent's half, not using the full field, trying to stay as close to half field as possible and all staying up there. As soon as we start leaving this half of the field or getting too far back, we're no longer in the play. So we got to get all 3 people up, and we can't leave 1 man back here as the goalie. If you're last man, you're not the goalie. Move up, start reading the situation and looking to take a shot or a pass. But first and second man are responsible for knowing that when I make a shot or a pass, I need to not dilly-dally around up here. I need to be looking for boost and looking to stay in the play, but working my way back because now I'm last man. Now the third guy coming up, it's his turn to come in and look for an angle to take a shot or at least to get a touch on the ball to keep it down here. If he's looking at our taillights or he's looking at the side of our car, he can't come up here and get involved because you're not ready to rush back if the ball gets cleared over our head. He's only that last option until that first pass or shot is taken, and then he needs to be up here getting ready for the next touch. Another thing is, the last man often has the best angle to take a shot because he's got the most time to read the situation going down here. He can read and react to whether or not we're going to get a beat, whether we're going to pass it, whether we're going to shoot it, and where the ball's going to come off when that happens. And then if the opponent gets a save or clears the ball back out towards midfield, he's the option to keep the pressure, to get a touch on the ball and keep it down here. And he's often in the best position to do that. If we think about it, if first man dribbles the ball up midfield and he's over in here and he takes a shot on the goal or makes a pass down here and the ball's right here, and second man, using the spacing rules that we talked about in some of these other videos, second man is probably either here or here. Moving upfield, getting ready to shoot. And then when this ball, first man shoots it towards the goal and the ball pops out over here, if second man's able to go, he can go. But if second man's over here looking for this ball to come off backboard or maybe for them to clear it the other direction, he's not in this play anymore. He doesn't need to try to come all the way over here to get the ball. Now it's third man who is right here. He's the best option for getting a ball that's right here. Now he needs to come in here and get this. And second man needs to know, okay, now I need to be looking to be the one protecting the goal while first man comes through here, gets boosted, and he comes out. We need to know that as the second man that, if the ball gets cleared or it comes off the backboard hard and we can't get a touch, second man just needs to get out of the way because third man is able to read that. He may already be in the air from back here looking to get a touch out of the air. And second man just needs to get out of the way and get ready to maybe come defend the goal if they clear the ball over our heads. Because third man now has this angle where second man doesn't. And then first man, he's out of boost. He needs to get out of the play anyway. He doesn't need to be hanging around down here with no boost. Rule number 2. don't pass a teammate. I couldn't tell you how many times this happens to me, solo queuing and playing with teammates that I know, that I go for a slow play or I try to dribble the ball and maybe I'm not using my boost and I'm somewhere in here with the ball pushing it this direction, and second man flies in here and takes the ball off my car towards this wall over here. Our second man comes and smacks it this direction, takes it away from it. Remember the spacing that we talked about. We did one whole entire video over. It was talking about don't approach this area that first man is in. Stay far enough back that you can do something if he gets challenged, but also stay far enough back that he can make a pass to you. When you run right up his tailpipe like this, as soon as he slows down to try to control the ball, you run him over and bump him out of the play. Or he's got good control of the ball here, and now you just smacked it down here to the defense. Take the ball away from him, and you've got their defenders down here, and you just take it away from this guy who could have done something useful and gotten the ball up over somebody's head. Instead, you just smacked it to him in the corner, and now you're back on defense, just like that. And another thing is, second man, if you would take some time to gather boost, you would be prepared to take a shot when first man misses his shot or when he passes it to you. You have boost to shoot. The deal is, if you take the ball from him right here and hit it down here, and then you come through here and scoop this mid-boost pad right here, then first man's going to be out of boost. He was just boosting with the ball down midfield, and now you knock the ball away from him, and then you're going to go, okay, well, now I'm going to pass it back to first man. First man's out of the play now. First man said, well, I'm done, and now he's looking for this mid-boost over here probably because he's out of boost. He's trying to stay in the play, but now he's going to be late getting to anything that you do down here if you try to pass to him. And third man, if there's two guys in front of you, don't go. As frustrating as it is to sit back while your teammates goober around and flip around in the opponent's corners, how often do we see first and second man down here and the ball just getting knocked around by opponent number 1 and 2, and the ball's just down here in a standstill because nobody has boost, nobody has momentum, and we're just flipping around at the ball. If I'm third man right here, as soon as I crash down here, first of all, if I get the touch, if I get the ball right here and I don't put it in the goal, it's probably going to hit the back wall and shoot back out here, and now all three of us are down here with no boost. Don't hit the ball off the back wall. Then the opponents are faced this way. All they got to do is dribble it down into the goal. And second of all, if you don't get the touch, if you come down here and you miss the ball, now third man's sitting down here somewhere in a dog pile, and the opponents are going to push the ball out and push it past you. Or when you go to dive down here, if they pop it over your head, you were the last man back. As frustrating as that is, that you were unable to get involved in this play, you have to be ready to be the goalie or to take a risky shot when they pop it out of there. Because first and second man are now going to be the last ones back because they're down here in a very unadvantageous position. Another one that the third man's going to see a lot is first man trying to pass from over here and second man being too wide, and he gets way down here too wide and too deep. This is not good positioning. Remember when we drew the grid on the field and said we need to be one block away in any direction of first man? So really, second man should be in here or maybe back here, and instead he's too far away. He's too wide over here. If you're third man and you're right here, and this ball goes trickling across the goal or it pops back, you're the last man. If you miss this ball, it's going in your net. Because if you're looking at the side of these dudes' cars or you're looking at their taillights, you're the only one in position to defend if something happens. So don't work your way up in here and get too deep. Don't pass these guys, and don't attack until you see their headlights coming towards you. When you see the front of a car jetting back this way, as soon as first man comes back this way, now we can go. It instantly, there's this transition of, I went from third man to first man because the ball popped out towards me, and first man reacted and he came back. He rotated back. As soon as you see them rotating back, you can go. We need to go early to try to keep the pressure down here. We don't just want to sit back in here and kind of just be the goalie. We got to get involved. We can't get involved until first or second man start to work their way back toward us. Rule number 3, stay out of the corners. You could apply this to offense or defense, but we're talking about offense right now. If you find yourself down here, by all means, don't stay there. If you brought the ball up and you made a pass or a shot towards the goal, get the heck out of there. Don't hang out here or here, because just like we talked about in rule number 2, third man doesn't need to pass you or get too close to you or be even with you up here, because then when the ball comes out, we've got nobody back. Either work your way this way or work your way this way. Like we talked about in the other offensive pressure video, look for a bump, keep moving, and try to grab these boost pads like I talked about at the very beginning, where Dustin was talking about staying up and getting the boost. Absolutely. Don't leave the play without doing something efficiently. So we want to stay moving, just like we talked about in the last video. We said we always need to be moving. Very important on offense, even more than defense, is when you make a pass or a shot, don't stop somewhere and watch. Get out so somebody else can come in and try to take over or come take a shot. And look to do something efficient, like run into somebody or grab boost pads. That was why we talked about last time. As soon as I make this pass or shot, I'm looking for boost pads and I'm getting out. And then we begin to control the boost. When we're moving faster and tighter than the opponent, and we're looking for mid boosts, corner boost needs to be the first one we look for. When we take a shot or we make a pass, look for the corners. That's the ones the opponents are wanting, is the corner boost. Look for them. If they're not there, we're going to have to come back and either grab a couple small pads to stay up or come look for the mid ones. Either one's fine. But always look to grab. Anytime you can snag those corners, it's good. You're not taking those away from your teammates because they can use the mid boosts and the small pads. Those are you're getting those away from your opponents. You're not hurting your team at all. Even if you've got 95 boosts, grab one of those things and get out of the way. Just don't hang out in the corners. Because just like we talked about in rule number 2 and rule number 1, we want third man involved. He's got an angle to take a shot here, but he has to be patient and wait for you to start coming back or start moving some direction in order for him to dive in here. If you're sitting still in the corner or trying to get multiple touches and flipping and doing all the garbage that we see our terrible teammates doing, trying to get awkward touches on the ball, third man has to just stop out here in midfield and wait to see what happens. And we never want our teammates to just have to stop. We always want to be moving.